here to help each other.
Thank you.
That's our committee.
We started.
Okay. Monthly Bikeways meeting for Thursday, May 23rd. In attendance, we have Alan, Paul, Charlie, and Fran. Under new business, I thought we would have our new committee member here, but he didn't show up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Fred Rice
Fred.
had his interview last night.
I think so.
I think so. And he had a doctor's appointment today.
Yeah, I think Fred had expressed he would prefer that we have the meetings on a fixed day or date of the
I
month.
think Thursday was real bad.
Yeah, he said there was, I don't remember specifically, but he did say that like some days aren't good for him, which may be Thursdays.
And Tuesdays. And actually, the only reason we didn't have it on Tuesday was the vote.
Correct.
We couldn't.
Yeah.
We didn't change it, but we couldn't
Okay.
vote. So that's why that. And I was going to let Fred know that here, but that was the reason.
Yeah.
So you're right. We should be at the same. And I think we usually.
We'll go back to Tuesday.
Yeah.
I assume
My thought was once we get everybody on board in the committee, because there's another potential member,
Yeah.
Dick Siegel, but Dick couldn't do an interview this month.
Okay.
And
We need to get some diversity. We need some
Yeah.
women on our committee.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they're smarter than all of us.
We had-
So
well,
it's like, we need a leader.
Charlene was good.
We had Charlene. We had the lady before too. She was a very beginner person. Janice, not Janice. She gave us a different point of view.
Shayna back. It's just not Shayna.
yeah, that's her name.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. I've derailed you, Brandon.
Yes, okay.
Carry on.
It's all right.
So the next thing on the agenda is the approval of the April meeting minutes.
I approve.
Second.
Okay. Next thing on the agenda is communication from Link Hooper from the DPW about the crosswalks, 124 and the OCRT.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do anything. He was really opposed to even putting like a barrel in the middle of the road. He was opposed to painting the road. And
I agree with him on the painting part, actually.
really,
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is
Brewster's
true. What he
got
said
a
is
really
true.
Nice,
What he
but
said
it's,
is
but it's a
true,
permanent thing. You know, the brick walk, kind of, at least it identifies that, you know, the cars are going, I call it a brick walk. You
Yes,
know,
I
it's kind of
understand,
like
yeah.
a pavement,
Yeah.
and it's like, I rode over it the other day and I went, maybe that, but that would be probably an expensive proposition, especially if it's gonna get bricked up someday.
I've been sort of biting my lips about this. I'm going to say it now, and you guys can either agree or disagree. It's not that big a deal, but I feel like I've looked at that a lot over the last couple of years and thought about it quite a bit. And I just really think the answer is to go underneath the road. We put a tunnel in there. I know, okay, yes, there's all these different problems, but it's a piece of conduit, and they drill a hole in the machine and they push the conduit in. Go look at.
I don't think there's space for it because you got to start back 100 yards
Yeah.
or maybe 60 yards before and
Yeah.
then 60 yards in each direction.
Right.
And you got the parking lot on the one side and then you've got
Right.
residential on the other side.
And that might be true too.
I mean, and cost aside,
Cost aside, because it takes all the pedestrians out of the road.
it does. But I think, you know,
Bridge too, but I think bridge.
ultimately MassDOT has to fix this, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We have to, and they're going to fix it. We know they're going to fix it. Yeah. We have to come up with an interim solution because leaving it status quo isn't working, you know? So an interim solution may be the bricks or some line painting that doesn't involve the whole painting. The expense for lights, you know, flashing lights is a real expense, but it's not an insurmountable expense.
Well,
13 grand.
Link didn't want to put flashing lights there. We had a suggestion or a proposal. We had the money from
CPA or CPC.
but he said he wanted to wait until
yeah, that's
DOT.
DOT.
And he said the lights there will back up and cause problems with Main Street.
That's right. Yours was Oak Street.
no. No, I mean, unless we've got a convoy of 40 cyclists, it's not going to back up.
No, but the cars
Right.
are oftentimes backed up to the gas station from Main Street. So putting that
During the
light
summer.
in there during summer.
Right.
5 o'clock. And,
Right.
And his point about just putting lights there is that it is going to mess up the traffic down there. So I initially started out trying to get lights on that road.
Yeah.
And then I switched
To Oak Street.
to the Oak Street, which is,
Yeah, but I don't understand and I don't agree that it's going to mess up traffic down there because we're going to disqualify a solution for 9 months out of the
it
year
wasn't
or
us
10 months out of the
disqualifying.
year because it's potentially not the best solution for 2 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Like you said, we should come up with an interim.
Yeah,
So
we have to come up with a
Yeah.
proposal, and then frankly, we need to come up with a proposal and a fundraising component to it, so that we go to the town and we can also go to DCR because DCR can turn these grants around.
No, it's not DCR. This is not the Cape Cod Rail.
There is absolutely an option to get money from the DCR through the program, even though it's not the Cape Cod Rail Trail, because it's a trail. It is there's a fund
Okay.
at the state level that's managed through the DCR. It's called the Trails Grant Pro. I forget what it's called, but if it's trail, recreation, cycling, if it's related to this, we absolutely can apply and probably qualify. So that's almost always going to have like a 50% fundraising component. So if we're applying for something that costs $10,000, we need to fundraise $5,000. But between Harwich, our own ability to go out and fundraise, and the possibility of some grants, I don't think that this is something that we can't get done by spring of 2025. So
I think of that, and I think of a quick. They're in. I'm always in Yarmouth side. They're putting up the orange barrels right in the middle of the road, and
I know.
it flashes me like as a driver.
There's a flasher on the barrel, too.
Is it?
Yeah, some of them.
And that to me is a simple, easy, at least solution.
Have we submitted, I know we've talked to Link about that, because we always try to just ask. But it's just a formal request, then he can formally say no.
yeah, I don't know. I've
least
never
to
met
start
Link,
with.
unfortunately. So I
He's a
think
great guy.
yeah.
Great guy.
He is.
I respect him a lot.
And I've always deferred to you guys speak so highly of him that what on the surface seems to me like a car first, bike second mentality, which to a certain extent I would agree with, but it sounds like it's car first, bike 30th. And that I can't agree with. So
Did he say anything, did Link say anything about the proposed date for the rebuild of the OCRT?
it's years away.
Well, we were talking. We did see an email. It was like 2027.
Yeah, it's
I think,
but I
I
thought-
think that's what I remember.
I remember seeing a note from
Cape
the
Cod
state saying
Yep.
that
Cape Cod.
it's such a small project, it could move up. And I thought that maybe Link had a better date than 2027.
Now, the last I heard, and I think it was an email from him, based on the meetings that he was at.
I
It
went
was
to
like-
that meeting with all
That's
the
right,
people
yeah.
from the state, and that's what they were talking about.
yeah.
That's where they were focused on, shall we say.
You've attended a meeting on safe routes to schools, right?
I spoke to the commission about it. I haven't gone to one of the meetings, but I reached out to them to
I read briefly what Paul sent out in a email that they're going to put a bike lane down on South Street.
That was the intent.
tell me where South Street is. They're going to widen the sidewalk.
Elementary school.
What they're going to do is they're going to do a much better
Crossing
sidewalk.
Sissom Road to.
And the idea is,
elementary.
I'm not sure if we'd consider it a bike lane. It's basically a wide enough sidewalk that kids can theoretically ride their bikes to school, but it's just basically a better, safer walking way to get from the elementary school to downtown. And I've reviewed that.
I don't know
And
why.
I tried to get them to consider, there's like a little sort of alleyway. It's like Uncle Jake's Way or something like that. that goes basically from the rail trail, the Old Colony Rail Trail. It's like 100-yard stretch
Right.
down to that.
Right.
And I said, well, if you do this, now people can ride their bike, cross over, and
Right.
ride their bike right to the school.
So I wonder if on June 12th, we could bring that up, that stretch of,
That's a Wednesday evening, June 12th.
right,
I'll be there.
and
I can go to that.
it's 6 o'clock here in the multipurpose room.
Okay, I can go to that.
When, June 12th?
That was my thought too, when I read that they were gonna put a bike lane down on South Street. I said, why can't we just cross Main Street,
Building break.
get the funding to make a bike lane across Main Street?
So I have a conflict with an event in Boston that evening. I might be able to get out of it because it's important that we go to this thing. San Francisco.
What time is it on the?
6.
Can anyone else go to if I can't?
Yeah.
I think I can make it. I got a lot going on that day, but I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
If you can, just
And what's it
quickly in
called?
writing of where you
Uh,
think,
Safe routes to
I
school.
sent
in
them.
case you can't.
Yeah,
You
I'll
sent it
pull
to
it up. I'll show you guys what I sent them.
Okay, or email it to us, or text
Did you all
us.
get the notice from the Cape Cod Commission about the One Cape Summit that's gonna happen on September 18th and 19th? I wanna put that on your calendar.
I did, but I can't. I know I'm tied up. I believe that's a weekend.
I don't know.
What is the date?
I don't
again?
think so. September 18th and 19th. Unusual that the Cape Cod Commission would want
Yeah.
to
that is
meet during a
Yeah,
weekend.
it's probably a Monday.
September 18, 19, right?
Yeah,
It's a Wednesday and Thursday.
okay. I imagine we'll get other mailings about it, emailings about
Yeah.
it. But I just wanted to remind you to put it on your calendar,
Harry's Way.
Harry's Way.
So that's what I had shown them. So that's the Old Colony Rail Trail. This is Harry's Way.
Okay, yeah.
And I proposed that they put a crosswalk right there because the new sidewalk is going to be right there on Main Street.
Okay.
It then means, so from that intersection, Monomoy High School is 0.8 miles to the east, and the Cape Cod Rail Trail is 0.4 miles to the west. So there's an opportunity to have Harwich Elementary School be within a half a mile safe access from the rail trail, and in less than a mile safe access by bike.
Yeah, that little alleyway, it's dirt now. It's
dirt, yeah.
We'll call it gravel.
Yeah.
And it's on the way, say, between the cemetery and the
Yep,
rotary. Okay,
exactly.
yes, I know it. Yes.
And
Okay.
my thought was maybe we could put signage on the rail trail saying to the beach. Head them down South Street, and when they get to the end of South
It's a great
Street,
idea.
Of course,
Bank Street is right there at the end of South Street, and they could go down Bank Street.
That's a great idea, Fran. Yeah.
is Bank Street rideable though? I mean,
Yeah, there's a sidewalk. It's
Is there-
that nobody
I
ever
didn't-
walks on.
Yeah.
It's narrow. I just rode on it yesterday to get back from the gas station.
yeah.
So it's narrow, but I heard that the town administrator maybe 5 to 8 years ago proposed, and that basically got
Yeah,
all the residents on Bank Street riled up.
yeah.
I remember
Not in
that.
my backyard.
Wait until I'm the town administrator.
I'm glad I'm
Just kidding. I'm
the
not
age I
running.
am.
How was the May 2nd meetup on the Bay?
I think it went well. You know, it was cold.
It was
I
cold.
think if we have to ever do
Yeah.
it again, towards the end of the month,
We need to get that
cross it
date,
down.
we need to establish that date in January and then tell the Cape Cod Commission that we want to meet on this day, because we always let it go to the last minute, and that's when they say, well,
This is when we're going to do
We
it.
have an
Yeah.
opening on May 2nd.
Yeah.
You know, do you want it or not?
last year it was April 27th.
I know. But you know, there's that bike rodeo that was in Brewster. And that would really be the place to have that, right? And it's a captive
You are
audience.
right.
And I don't know if that's a yearly thing, but that would be a better way to get to more people and get to the kids.
Because it could have been, I mean, obviously, I mean, he felt, you know, this was a pretty good day. And it,
Yeah.
to me, initially, you know, was it really worth it? You know, but.
I think the elementary school administration would be open to not outsiders, but people coming in and passing out bike lights at the school, after school or during recess or something.
You know, potentially, there definitely are kids that are out there riding their bikes without lights.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple more weeks before they're on break. So do we have inventory, or is there?
No.
So
But my thought was we could get it by next year.
To add as a
certainly could do
suggestion,
something at the start of the school year for the kids that are riding their
in
bikes.
the fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that could be a good suggestion to start with, and then we can think about this.
Yeah, I think I see where you're going with this. We start to really let the bike culture permeate
Yeah.
at the elementary school, and then we can.
Because we don't get anybody, we hold this passing out of the bike lights on the rail trail and nobody shows up because it's too early to be biking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should hold it in the summertime,
Right.
but
Yeah, but they do this because it's bike
Bike
month.
month.
You know, and, you know, bike month it's still bike month on May 31st. So that's the date we should be going for. Or, you know, the Friday of Memorial Day weekend, or, you know, sometime during Memorial Day weekend when the
Yeah.
population of the Cape increases. So
just as a reminder, we're meeting with the Chatham Bikeways Committee next Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m.
Yep.
And I want to tell them that we're doing something.
And that's going, I'm
That's
sure it's
May
in my
29th,
notes. We're-
right?
We're meeting at where?
I thought it was here, but I must be wrong.
No, it's down at Chatham.
Okay.
It's at their
Oh, VFW.
no,
No.
It's not in the back.
did you say
Where?
4 to 6?
4 to 6.
We have 2-hour meetings.
They
Guess I got a lot going on.
I forgot what their office building is called, the town annex or something like
Right
that.
across from the police station? Right in that same.
Yeah,
That same.
right.
And
Near
they
the ball
used to
fields.
have one in the back. We've
Right.
met there before, back
Right.
on the bottom. Can you get us the address?
Okay,
Yeah.
Just so, you know,
Yeah.
and email it to us?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank
Please.
you. Because I have it.
Here?
I have it. I say Chatham.
Okay.
It's kind of a big area.
Yeah, that'd be great.
the next thing on the agenda is another reminder for the Friends of the Cape Cod Rail Trail meeting. It will be at 4 o'clock on June 27th.
June?
I just got an email.
I will be gone. I will be gone June, July, and August. So, sorry,
You usually don't go to these meetings anyway.
not anymore. No. True.
Where are you gone?
I thought that we could apply for a CPA grant for the bike lights. And don't get the bike lights that the Cape Cod Commission puts out, but talk to Matt at Dennis Cycle and see what kind of lights he would recommend, and front and back lights, and what a cost per unit would be.
Yeah.
And then maybe get 100 of these and put in a CPA, CPC
Request.
request for
You know,
that
could
amount
be
of money.
$1,000.
Is there something wrong with the lights that the Cape Cod Commission uses?
Yeah.
Are they junk?
They're the dollar little rubberized
Oh, goodness.
lights that,
Okay.
that go ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
They work. They
work.
a little bit.
I mean,
But
it's
you
better.
know, I guess
So it's not going to help you see anything, but it's going to help you be seen.
correct, and it's only
Okay.
usually
At
for,
some
for
level,
the
it's
back
gonna
or
help.
someplace.
Yeah.
It's
But
it's,
boy, the
it's a
lights-
cheapo.
The lights are so good now, man, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the luminance.
Well, I
out
just
there.
quick reminder that I would lobby to do lights along with bells.
Yeah.
I think bells go a long way towards creating goodwill with pedestrians.
Yep.
Lights, you know, I mean, that's a safety thing, but bells are also a safety thing and also a diplomacy thing.
Yeah.
So
I
too many
use
cyclists
mine.
don't warn.
Very high pitched, little dinky bell, but it's usually get, you know, like a thank you from,
Yeah.
not all, but, you know, from just warning, I'm coming through.
Okay, I spoke with Caleb before the meeting, and we have a web page that is on the town website.
Okay.
So he said, get to him about anything that we want to put on the web page. And Jim Ferry sent out a request or asked if we could have a status of the rail trail and other popular bike trails on our website. Also road closures and detours. I don't know how you would get that
That'd be tough.
other than from Link, that maybe he could shoot us an email, or we could go directly to Caleb to say that
Yeah.
That's a
on
lot of
this
work.
date.
That's,
It's harder than you think.
That's
yeah.
fluid. That's changing. That's like at least a weekly, if not a daily.
Yeah, it
Daily
takes a
task.
lot of upkeep.
I don't
Yeah.
think
no,
think we
tree,
should-
a tree's down, oh, we gotta have a detour.
Yeah.
That's, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a good suggestion, but it's
How about
anybody's
links?
maintained a website, you know, it's a lot.
How about links to bicycle road race or walks, charity events?
events, that's easy because you know generally stuff like that, it's known months in advance.
If we put the Barnstable to Barnstable event on our webpage, would it mean anything to the Harwich people?
I mean, I think any cyclist that lives in a town on Cape Cod is going to be interested in the two cycling events we have on Cape Cod. Doesn't matter where they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably through word of mouth and everything else, you know, they're,
Yeah.
Everybody talks about them.
This thunder and lightning is driving me crazy.
I have a tent.
I've got a whole setup. I've got a whole setup going on at Boston Calling that weren't like I had my entire staff got called inside the gym. They had to evacuate hundreds of people that were working on setting up the festival.
Oh,
which festival?
Boston Calling Music Festival.
oh, gosh.
Yeah.
It's a big, where's the festival?
At Harvard University. Yeah, it's a huge festival. Like I don't know how many people come through the gate this weekend, but it's over 100,000
Yeah.
now.
How are we doing with the bikeways charge?
The charge is we polished it up. I wasn't at the last meeting, but I spoke with the guys afterwards, and I think based on how that went, we were in agreement that we weren't going to make any modifications to it, right?
Yes.
Because we had
Yes.
some people had
We all
suggested
read, yeah.
modifications, and then when I explained why I thought we should keep it as written, it seemed like
We were in agreement.
I wasn't strong arming anyone, right?
No.
Like,
No,
okay,
no,
yeah.
no, no.
So, so then it's on me. So I need to actually reach out to Julie Kavanaugh. I had tried to reach her a couple months ago, but was told to send an email, that I couldn't just have her phone number. So you've had meetings with Julie Kavanaugh, right?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah, she's,
So I should probably contact her along with you, especially since I'm highly unlikely to be able to meet with her before I leave for Europe. So, I mean, I'm in town.
I think it would, an email would suffice, saying that we'd like to change the bikeway charge, and this is what we propose. I think she would okay it.
You think? Okay. All right.
unless she has to get approval from the rest of the select board.
Yeah, I hate asking for things via email with people that I don't know in person. I like to look them in the eye and
She is a good person.
and
She's
ask
a good
them.
person.
Yeah,
So
she really is. She's
I'll
not a.
She's very, very easy along.
Yep.
Could you get to the police or to Link about getting the vulnerable users law
geez.
up on one of those signboards?
those variable sign. I think I'm just supposed to give them the actual wording, right? Yeah, I forgot about it.
And
again.
dates, I guess, when we would like to see it up. I don't know.
I thought about it the other day, right on the corner of Main Street, right? There's, the sign is there, but it's doing nothing.
No, yeah,
It's
it
just
wasn't-
sitting there.
Yeah.
It's a variable sign, variable message board, or an actual
Yeah, a
sign.
variable
And
message
it's-
board, right? Great Western and
Oh,
Main
there's
Street.
no message on it.
There's no message.
Okay,
It's just sitting
I'm
there
going to put
blank.
this on my calendar right now. So we want to have the variable message board for the vulnerable bike users law update.
4 foot
Yeah.
bikes and
Yeah. I'm
pedestrians.
seeing, maybe I'm paying more attention, but I'm seeing more of these signs that Link's group put up. and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
So Link is DPW.
Yes.
Yes.
So this presumably would go to DPW. Can you share Link's phone number with me,
Yeah.
please? All right.
Well, see, last year we asked the
It
police
was the
department.
police department. The
Oh,
police
okay,
They-
sorry.
They have their own message boards along
right.
with,
That's right.
along with Link. Link has his own message boards.
Okay, I'm going to ask HPD and DPW.
Sergeant something or another. I don't remember.
He's
his
on a
name.
safety committee.
Right.
All right, it's 1 p.m. tomorrow. It'll be done.
Okay. Reagan Wilda from the community center, who is doing this for the kids on June 21st.
Oh my God, this is fantastic. I'm not going to be here, but I love it.
Yeah. We did it. We were
did it
with them
last
last year. It was.
This was very cool.
They wash their bikes. They
Oh,
ride
this
through-
is
they ride
adorable.
through, and they get
Squirted.
they get squirted.
squirted.
I mean, the kids had
But it's
a
very
lot.
And they're going to have popsicles. Kids love popsicles.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who
what I
is
did.
doing
That's
this?
what I did last year.
The community center.
Right outside.
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
Right where the
Yep.
the
Yep,
bike,
okay.
the repair station is. The bike repair
Okay.
station. We had it there.
They do a great job with their flyers, too. Like, they make their board posters. That's
So
wonderful.
Reagan, I guess, is running this, and she asked if we knew of anybody, we could suggest anybody they would like to have somebody fit the
Fixing
kids
bike.
with helmets.
Oh, fit helmets. Okay.
Just fit the helmets. We're not supplying the helmets. I think the Rotary Club is supplying the helmets.
I think the natural fit is the shop that has a store here, and maybe it's just a bicycle rental business. Is there an actual bike shop in Harwich?
No.
No.
There used to be.
But the business that's right at the corner of,
Yeah.
is that
I think it's part-time. I don't know.
is that just a rental business, or do they
Yeah,
also have
yeah.
a retail?
I think he's closed, and the reason I say that is he was giving away a lot of bicycle parts and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's giving them?
Okay.
He just set them out.
But
So I
wasn't
was
that like
looking
the
at it.
extension of another store, maybe in Chatham or something?
I think that might be true too. I think that might.
But we don't have a bike shop in Harwich at the moment.
Maybe you could ask Matt if Matt would do it or have one of his staff.
Is that a Dennis cycle?
At that
Yeah.
Dennis cycle.
That makes
Yeah,
sense because that's probably the closest.
And I know him, and he's-
You know who did it for us in the past was Eric. I could email Eric, and Eric used to be on our bike committee, and he was the park ranger up at Nickerson, but he recently
the other
retired.
day.
Eric. Oh, yeah, Eric. Yeah. Yeah. I saw
Because
him a month ago. Yeah.
When we had a bike rodeo, he was the fitter of the helmets. But
So
it seems like he
this is
doesn't
a
wanna do
retail
anything
opportunity
anymore.
for someone. A shop could come in, bring some kids' helmets, so that some parents might just want to buy a helmet on the spot. But then,
We gave them away last year.
oh wow,
Yeah, the
Rotary
Kiwanis
Kiwanis, that's what it was.
came in with a few cases of them, and Yeah, they gave, not a lot of people, they said, most of the parents said, kid's already got his helmet, he's okay.
Yeah.
But we gave away a few. You know what I'll
It was
do?
like, if you're
Let
giving
me-
them away, I'll take one. It's probably
Well-
still sitting in the box in their home.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'll take an action to get to Ed McMahon, because I know Ed McManus is the one who brought them from
Right.
the Rotary. I was here, I know he had them in the back of his truck, I know Ed real well from the Cranberry Harvest Festival.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if this is related to what you're talking about right now, but did the Kiwanis Club buy these helmets from one of the local shops? Because whoever's getting the business for the helmets should be providing someone to do the fitting.
And I don't know where he got them.
All right. Do we know if someone's going to be buying helmets this year,
Don't know.
or if there's? So here's the thing. Like, I'm going to ask C Sport Cyclery, who is my sponsor for the Tour de Barnstable. But what I'd like to do, like, I can pitch it as, like, maybe you could sell helmets, but if somebody's potentially buying helmets and giving them away, I need to tell him they're going to buy the helmets from him.
well, we're
Because
not,
what I don't want to happen is we buy helmets from Dennis Cycle, and then I get C Sport
we're
to
not
come and do it.
buying.
Or
Kiwanis Club
Kiwanis.
has a supply of them.
Oh, they
and they're
have
just
them.
giving them away.
Got it. Okay.
So.
Thank you.
But yours, it would give an opportunity to advertise and possibly sell helmets at some point.
I just,
How do you want it? You want to approach it with your guy?
I'm going to send him the photo and see if he's interested in it.
Okay.
So,
And if not, get back to me and then I'll address Ed McManus.
okay.
Because last year, I don't know where he got them.
Well,
Yeah.
where did, like the Cape Cod Commission, where did they get those that they had?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know if they're all the same.
yeah.
Kind of
Where they got them
supplier,
through a grant or whatever.
I don't know.
Because Cape Cod Commission had some.
Yeah.
One guy that came that I got to know from J1 students, Pastor Matt. And,
Yes.
and Matt Boyle. And they gave him two, but I mean, they gave him a couple of helmets.
We're
I
just
don't know
looking
what
for
this-
somebody to fit the helmets to the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you know, Jeff.
Fitting is important.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And if not, maybe I'll get to Dennis,
Okay. Well, we have a month, so.
Yeah, I've asked C Sport, and,
Okay.
and
And
if
if
he
not,
passes
I'll,
on it,
I'll
then go to Dennis.
Go with them first, and if not, I'll ask Matt to see Dennis Cycle. I'll wait for your. Okay.
Okay, so that's all I have on the agenda. If anybody has anything else, now's the time to speak up.
I'm sorry I'm missing the Barnstable. Right, but I'm down riding my bike. It's
Well, ultimately, that's what we want you to do,
yeah.
whether it's with us or someone else.
I'll be riding more miles than you. I
Good.
think.
Motion to adjourn?
Okay,
Second.
oh, one more
Second.
thing
Oh.
before we adjourn, the date for the next meeting.
Oh yeah.
And-
Keep it on
Well,
Tuesday.
keep it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That Fred seemed to be comfortable with Tuesday, and I think we've been doing third Tuesday.
No,
No.
this is, we've been doing Tuesdays,
The third
third Tuesday,
Tuesday. Yeah, that's what we said. The third Tuesday.
be June
You want to stay?
21st. What's,
So just do it at 1 p.m. and then
Do it. Yeah. Do
you guys go do some helmet fittings.
exactly.
Oh, that's on that day?
I know, I don't know, you're about to tell me what the third Tuesday of June is.
18th.
18th. Okay.
Because we usually, I should say we usually, last year I remember helping her set up. So usually I was here like
Okay, meeting adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.
a.
Last year,